Hi! Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would take advantage of the makeup and wearing clothes other than sweats because I just got back from Sunday services. I thought I would do a little filming because yeah, I don't do this all the time. Today I decided to film a little bit of an unconventional realistic version of a pattern roundup, because if you're like me, especially with the fall time pattern roundups, you go, oh, mushrooms, leaves, pumpkins, mushrooms, oh, hamagarumi mushrooms. Yeah, you get a little overexcited and kind of nonplussed about the project that you may be working on, and yeah, I end up with a lot of whips after fall comes and after I see some of these videos. So I'm going to be exerting a little self-control this year, and I'm going to keep this a pretty small roundup, but I'm also going to choose probably no more than 3 of these projects to do myself. Yeah, let's get started. These are some of my favorites from roundups that I made sure they still had links to, you know, their places, but I've seen them the last couple of years, and these are my favorites. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is, of course, this one, mushrooms. I love mushrooms, and I've got quite a few, and I've got plans to make quite a few more, but living in a small apartment, I can't make too many displayable items. Like they always talk about the centerpiece, you know, these pumpkin centerpieces, like this one, to put on your coffee table or dining table. I don't have a coffee table. My living room is too small, and well, if I put it on my dining table, it's kind of little, and it would take up, you know, my table's kind of little, so it would take up the entire table. So I have displayed just about all I can display without things looking too chaotic in my little apartment. So wearables are more something I gravitate towards. So this I really want to make this cute little mushroom vest, and I don't know, they use fingering weight. It's a free pattern. She also has a video tutorial, and I really like this one, and she uses fingering weight yarn, and I'm in love with that lately, but I don't have the colors on hand, and I'm trying to work from my stash, so this may or may not be one of the 3 that I choose. I absolutely love this Afghan on the Annie's Attic website. This one's a paid pattern. I looked at some of the reviews for it, and see, I'm not a big I haven't made very many Afghans, but this one's gorgeous. But I looked at some of the reviews for it, and most of them were, it's a great pattern, or it was hard to follow. And that might have been just enough discouragement for me because I have trouble, you know, sometimes if things aren't clear enough in the instructions, to start a new pattern with potentially new stitches. So, so this one, and I'm not a big Afghan person, so this one is great, and I love it, and I've seen it in a lot of roundups, especially Elise Rose Crochet. Oh, I love her roundups at this time of year. Really love it, but I don't know. It's probably not going to be one of the ones. Okay, this one is adorably cute. Now, I probably will not make this fox crochet dress with a white background. I might do it with a brown background, but I have a little bit more confidence that I'll actually do this one. It kind of looks like a pinafore, like an apron dress, and I really love orange, and I really love the whole, I don't know, I mean, I did this video way back when where I kind of got into a foxy vibe and stuff, and I'd probably wear, if I made this dress, which I probably will, I would probably wear this specific blouse with it that I've kept. It's a little too big, but it's got foxes all over it. I have to adjust it. But anyway, I love this pattern, and I will probably make it because it's a wearable, and they live rent-free in my brain. And not so rent-free, but they take up less space in the closet. Yeah, I can also, sometimes with crochet things, I can, you know, put them in vacuum sealer bags so they take up even less room. I will probably be making this one, but I may have to donate or sell one of my other items of clothing to put it in there, because my closets are kind of crammed with clothing. But anyway, I'm probably gonna make this one, so this might be one of the three. Okay, the next one is a home decor item, and I know I said that I don't have too much room, but it's a throw pillow. And mine are kind of looking shabby lately.
Nobody's out. Nobody's out there.
This one's looking especially shabby. I've trimmed it a couple times. Disha, I wasn't talking about you. Don't worry, because I need to be featured on your videos too, Mom. And it's also, I'd be learning a new type of crochet, corner to corner crochet, and this is perfectly fits the bill. This one I'd have to buy, but it's cute, it's adorable, it's pumpkins. What more can I say? I love it. But yeah, I love it. Yeah, and I'd be learning a new skill too. So I'll probably be, you know, picking this one of these as a three. Only three? Why did I limit myself to three? Because you only have time for three. This is supposed to be a realistic pattern roundup, you know? But yeah, it's pumpkins and I love it. Okay, this next one is cozy. And it's a cardigan, it's another wearable, but when I saw this pattern for this particular cardigan, the Patchwork Cardigan, I immediately thought of the stash of yarn that I've had for like over 20 years that I have never gotten around to using. I kept on telling me, well, no, maybe I haven't had it for 20 years, maybe I've had it more like 15, 16 years, I don't know. I can't remember exactly. All I know is that I got it before I was married. And yeah, it's, well, I'll show you. The two colors are mainly this and this. I've got some cream too as well, and a little bit of brown. And I've been thinking Afgan, but there isn't enough of this yarn for an Afgan. And it's woolies. It's a worsted weight. It's what? Where are my glasses? I need my glasses to see what kind of yarn this is. So yeah, this is so old that it doesn't even have, I think it's a 3, or it's a worsted weight. It's a worsted weight. Anyway, and it's got a fair amount of wool in it. It's very squishy, and it's not gonna be overly, I mean, it doesn't itch me because I like wool, I like that warmth. There's sometimes there's a little bit of prickliness, but for a cardigan, I think this will be perfect. Because it's like an over layered, you know, cardigan, so I can put it over things. And she has a video tutorial too. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of for this pattern. The next one's another wearable, because I like wearables. This one has a more retro flavor to it. I was also thinking of my orange yarn for this too, because it just screams retro. Don't you agree? Now I'd probably make it a tad bit longer, or give it a little bit of an open at the side, just because I'm not a skinny mini anymore and not into the show in the middle much. So, but I love the retro bell sleeves on this. So that's the other one. I may not make it this year, but definitely I'm going to get around to making it some year. So this is another paid pattern, I really like the baubles on this one. And I was thinking of some worsted weight yarns. I might have to, I don't know. I'm still thinking about this color or the green for this. So I have a couple of different sweaters that I could potentially throw this yarn at. But the baubles, I'd probably be tempted to make it in this avocado type green. I think that's the name of the color too. I've had it so long that it's like burned into my brain. Anyway, this is just so adorable. And Elise Rose Crochet, her channel, she said once you make it once, you'll want it in every color. And I'm going, yes, but no. Because I have a lot of other sweaters, regular sweaters, so I don't need any more. And this is kind of bulky, so it would take up some space. But I think this is a potential color for it. Okay, I have another Afghan. Now I know that I said before that I'm not really an Afghan person, but oh boy, this one's pretty. And I'd probably be tempted to buy new yarn for this. Probably try to get it on sale. But yeah, I really love the sunflowers on this one. It's just gorgeous, and yeah, just speaks fall to me. And I love the dark background that she did in her sample. It just, yeah, I just want to replicate it. I want to have it. And it's a hexagon quilt. I've never made, well, I've made granny squares before, but I never sewed them together because I kind of lost enthusiasm because it wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to. But this one's more a structured pattern, you know. I'd be following more of a pattern, not kind of winging it. And whenever I do that, I tend to, maybe this wasn't such a great idea, June. But this one, and I think it's got a video tutorial too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I saved it in my playlist. So yes, I will link everything pertinent down below. But oh my goodness, this one's pretty. And I think it's free. Let me check. So it is a free pattern, and so I'd only have to buy the yarn. And while that is the bulk of the cost of a blanket like this, yeah, I think I'm really leaning towards this being one of the 3 items that I make this fall season. This one is another pillow. It's a squishy, adorable pillow. I love it. It's a mushroom, and yeah, it's a mushroom. And you know, I mean, I could put it on my couch. My husband would be totally okay with a squishy, cute, adorable mushroom on the couch. I'll probably end up putting it on my bed. Yeah, and my dogs will like wonder what it is. Yeah, what is this new visiting mushroom on, yeah. But anyway, it's adorable. I love it. And and it looks easy to work up. And I think this is gonna be one of the 3, only 3. Why do I keep on saying 3? Because you only have time for 3. Self-control, self-control. I'm sorry, this is my favorite season. And yeah. It's I love it, mushrooms. Something else I might do, because I have a few friends that like to drink wine, and while my husband doesn't drink wine, I do like to have occasionally, especially at this time of year, I like to share apple wine with one of my friends. Maybe actually two of them, they like apple wine. But anyway, I was thinking of doing this, and while it can double as a gift bag, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to ask them, are you going to love it as I do? Are you going to cherish it as I do? If you do, then I will leave it with the bottle. But if you don't, we're just gonna take it off and I'm gonna stick it in my purse. Cause I just wanted, to capture that fall vibe, but still preserve my work, because I don't want it to go to somebody that's not gonna really appreciate it and love it and use it again. So anyway, yeah. I may make this. It wouldn't be fall time without shawls, and that's why I have a few shawl ideas in my lineup here. And one of them is this shawl. It's called the Time in a Bottle shawl. And I've made this pattern a couple of times for like neck scarves and stuff. Not this one. This one I made, this one. Yeah, I've got to take this one down. And I'll show you that in a minute. But this one just screams fall, especially the colorway that she chose, but also the whole time in a bottle. It reminds me of that song I used to hear as a kid, and it just brings back, it's nostalgic, the Time in a Bottle song. Jim Croce? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. I'll have it on screen. And it brings back memories for me. I just love that. My dad loves that artist, and I used to hear it a lot. And it just, fall time to me. Retro, this time of year, fall time especially, makes me feel very 70s retro. Maybe it's because of the colors involved. There were a lot of, back in the 70s when I was a kid, well actually I was born in the late 70s, but growing up there was a lot of avocado greens, mustard yellows, and burnt oranges. And that just kind of trained me, and those are some of my favorite colors and stuff. And I love being taken back and transported, and it just sounds so nostalgic. So this shawl, Time in a Bottle, just speaks to me that way. Okay, one of my favorite things is to take an ordinary shawl pattern and to make it my own. The first time I did that was after I watched Shannon Talks Yarn, and she made this scarf, and she thought we all should make matching scarves, and I participated in that, and I love this scarf. It just, I will put a link to the scroll tweed yarn, fingering weight yarn that this was made out of, if you want to make one of your own, because it's still available. But that's what I like doing. And she originally had a link to this tutorial, and yeah, and you can make a full shawl with this tutorial, or you can make a little, as big as you want it, neck scarf, triangle scarf. And I just had to share that one within this video because this was my first, after I took up crocheting again last year, because I've dropped it and taken it up several times over the years since I was a kid. But after I took it up again and started seriously crocheting again, this was one of the first completed projects that I did. And I love this this neck scarf. So I hope you get inspired to make one of these shawls. Shawls, I'm saying it again, but a neck scarf. And actually it's a little warm in here to be wearing this. We're having another little September, you know, heat wave thing. And so I have the AC on in here so that I can wear a long sleeve blouse. It was much cooler this morning. So along the theme of taking an ordinary pattern and making it your own, I started making, it's from, let me see. Okay, it's this shawl. And I saw this tutorial and I started making it, and I started making it in black fingering weight yarn. Cause one of the symbols of fall for me is an old rustic barn. And I like walking in them as long as I'm careful not to get, you know, spiders and cobwebs on me. But along that theme, I was thinking, what's more rustic than a big old cobweb? And that's what this will look like. Now I'll either do the entire thing in black, because a black shawl would have looked really good with this outfit, you know, today. I'll either make it entirely black or I'll rim the bottom in a dark brown. And this is fingering weight yarn, and I don't know that I'll have this finished by the time I post this video, but you'll definitely see it in the future. But it will turn out looking like a cobweb. And but that's, yeah, it's Stroll. Yeah, a lot of, I really like that yarn. That's my new yarn. It's a Stroll tweed yarn on Knit Picks, which I'll leave links and all that kind of stuff if you want, if you're interested. But yeah, I really wanted a black shawl because it goes with a lot of the clothing that I already have. So yeah, I'm making my shawl. But that's it. It's really fun to just take an ordinary pattern and make it your own with your choice of colors and yarns and size of crochet hook to determine drape. Okay, I decided to add just one more because I've made this pattern before. I made the vest version. So this is the tutorial that it goes with. And if there's resources to get the pattern elsewhere online, I'll find it and have it down below. But this one, I made it and I featured it in one of my past videos, but I can't wait to wear it this fall. And it really turned out cute. The colorway that she chose was very, very nice and very fall. But I want to make it again. I really love the stitch that she chose, and I'll probably make it with sleeves this time, and you know, maybe with a little bit of bell sleeves or something, because I think I can finagle that. But yeah, I had to add this one because it speaks fall to me too. So yeah, my wreath, this is the last one, and I didn't want to forget it, is this one. Now, my wreath It's about 3 years old. It's remained on my door year round. It's fall themed because I'm a fall themed girly year round. And it needs a bit of a refresh. See, very sad. I might reuse the bird, but it kind of looks sunfaded and stuff, so I'm gonna redo it. And I was looking around, and then what do you know? Elise Rose Crochet had it in their lineup, and it is adorable with little pumpkins, leaves, and fall flowers. And especially, I love the little sunflowers that have buttons in the middle. It's adorable. So I thought, how fun, and I will be doing that one. So it's like a bonus one because it's small little crochet things, you know, amigurumi type stuff, and it's not technically inside my very small 750 square feet apartment. It's right outside of it, so win-win there. So I hope you enjoyed this little more realistic pattern roundup, and you know, I love fall time, and I love the fall feels, and I just love crocheting to some of these pattern roundups that I've seen. But you know, you just get kind of overwhelmed because some of these pattern roundups, they have like 50 plus crochet patterns to, you know, and they say to inspire you, but really it kind of overwhelms me. And if you're like me, you need something a little just as cozy, but something a little more realistic. So if you found inspiration to do any of these patterns, let me know down in the comments. If you don't and just felt like crocheting through a cozy little video, that's fine. Let me know down in the comments what you're working on, because I always like to know, you know, try new patterns and stuff. It's fun. It's fun. I love doing it. I haven't been sewing too much lately. I've been pretty much crocheting a lot. But yeah, it's starting to get to my favorite season, and I just get, oh. I guess it's, you know, squirrel wearing shiny stuff. Squirrel. So anyway, this is Mountain June saying bye now.